have to commit. Where I feel like last game, they had to commit really hard, and they're gonna tip JT here. You steal my ogre, bro, huh?
Yeah.
Does that look like fun?
He dots them. Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe still in some good spirits, JT.
My turn, she says.
You know what's great about this build? If you're going out to lane as an ogre with no items, they can't even ping that you don't have items, you know? Because there's nothing to ping.
You just put ogre Magi's missing.
There you go. Well, Ghost. Oh, he's dodged back. And instead it's going to be
Paparazzi got first blood.
Down. That is huge. Xtreme have solved their woes. They give him a second kill. No, they give that one to DY. Okay. Spirit starting off how they, well, looked throughout a big portion of last game, which was a little bit rough. But, you know, they made a comeback then, too.
Yep. Ogre, Ringa health already available. And it looks like the ogre will take the gate to get to his offlane here.
He's so farmed. What a guy. JT.
You heard the man. It's his turn. He's gonna show collapse. Oh, I see. Almost barely evades Roshan.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Two big boys running through in the night, going through the gate.
That is the worst when you like are trying to go through it right as Roche is passing by. It feels bad. All right, well, Paparazzi, he almost has a bottle. So starting out this mid matchup, would you say is even more favored against Pango, and also being down some network? Not the way you want to start if you're Laurel.
Yep. Paparazzi already messed up the lane though.
How do you do that?
He didn't dodge the first shield crash with the sleight of fist. Not the biggest thing in the world, but if he's not dodging these, you're not getting the impact. Then you can't trade.
Oh no, DY? Now he left. Ooh, does he? Mira? Almost connected. Well, that's not good for Paparazzi to be missing those. Yeah, he's hitting it every time.
Fine. Yep. I mean, it was on cooldown that one time.
Right.
But this matchup can get really hard if the Ember is super fast with his reactions and he predicts it. It'll probably get hard anyway because you're just spamming slide on Pango, and he doesn't like that.
Fair enough. We'll keep our eyes across all these lanes too to see if Yadro starts to get some big stacks up in terms of his movement speed and what have you, and he already probably is because Paparazzi is down low in the mid. Scary situation for the old Ember.
Yeah, Paparazzi's not playing this lane very well. I've been watching him a little bit. Maybe he's not familiar with the matchup. Maybe he's caught off by surprise by Laurel, who put an early point in the lucky shot. But this is not going... It's not the end of the world, but it's not going the way it could have gone. Put it that way.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, and now it's with Pango receiving some nerfs in the last patch too, so Laurel getting the job done. Meanwhile, on the top side, Maposhka is about to get pummeled and punched. JT finding his moment together with Kaka. Oh, but they end up not connecting. Good frostbite by Maposhka. Keep himself alive against that ogre.
Got a big stick. And survives with the frostbite. And we'll see how Yatoro can do here. I mean, Bloodseeker at this patch does, in theory, sound pretty good. As he's... Yeah. Oh, that's gonna miss. Because you don't have a lot of sustain options from supports in bot lane, actually.
What can they do? DY take some damage, but we'll just be able to walk it off. Everybody kind of staying a bit low at the moment, which again, it's got to be a little bit concerning for JT facing off against Yadro on that Bloodseeker top lane.
Yeah, the point I was about to make, unless more craziness is going to happen here. Double checking.
Actually,
you know something's happening at the bottom. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright, Kaka in trouble.
Is he dead? Chase? Gone. Yadro gets the kill. People a little bit low HP. It comes back to haunt them.
Not bad, and this Bloodseeker's super farmed now. This OP Ogre you're talking about, not having the same type of game as the first game we just saw it in.
Kaka is going to refill the bottle. In the meantime, up on the bottom lane, Ghost taking a lot of harassment. The blood grenade brought down to 40 HP. We'll get a Tango passed over, but I mean, this is just further fuel for the fire of Yataro's already awesome start. JT has a Vanguard, but yeah, that is a ton of injection. And Ghost, again, brought super low. I mean, they need more regen. They need more of everything. Mira
This brings me to my point here. They want to trade kills here.
tries to get away. EY
Collapse does not mind that at all. Doesn't really help Ghost that much, but Collapse is furthermore accelerated. So now that I have like a small moment to give my point across here is this Bloodseeker hero looks pretty good in general this patch, because before you just buy Ring of Health. This is a Ring of Health meta, right? Every offlaner is just like going no boots, no anything into Ring of Health. And you can't really lane, but then you have this Bloodseeker hero who can self-sustain, as they'll try and go on Collapse here, but he doesn't care. He's got a Ring of Health. He's tanky. He'll tank everything, and Ghost is going to lose in the trade, and that's kind of why we're seeing Slark and these Ursas suffer a bit in the laning stage, because you can't make any trades whatsoever. When you got Toro in the top lane playing Bloodseeker, he can trade with JT all day long. He does not care that he has a Vanguard. He's got face boots and his own built-in regen.
Right, and on top of that, the Bloodseeker, because you know that your offlane is going to be sort of tanky and trading hits consistently, which they like to do even more so, you're going to be getting tons of stacks of that thirst up, and Ghost has just been running around him. Now he's dead! Oh my god, Miposhka out of nowhere moves on in for that final touch, and they can't punish top at all. Like, Yataro's got the tower, or creeps underneath this tower, you're getting wrecked.
Yeah, he's very difficult to mess with. Caudle is not a hero that applies a lot of pressure in your normal ways. He applies a lot of pressure in spamming you, making you use regen, but yet again, Bloodseeker does not care about the spam whatsoever, as long as he's allowed to continuously get last hits.
Right. Well, and I guess that's why you wanted to see them take a hero that deals with him in lane, which, to be fair, is not really what Ogre does. Ogre is not going to be hurt by him in lane. Like, he's going to be fine, but he's definitely not applying pressure.
Yeah, definitely not here. And we're going to see like a discrepancy in carry quite hard in this game just because of the laning stage. But mid lane, paparazzi.
Okay. Some damage dealt, but not enough to really put the hurt on him, Miposhka. Yeah, Yatoro is incredibly farmed. Phase boots, triple slippers, has a Bassi, gonna be going into the Maelstrom pretty soon. Everything you could want.
Pretty much.
They go on Papa here. He doesn't have any more remnants. He has one already out. They have Mira nearby with the glimpse ready, and got him caught. Paparazzi going to die. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Miposhka was just sitting on that one remnant that was out, so he didn't really have much of a play option there to get out of there. Kind of aggressively placed remnant. Maybe if it was a little further back, he potentially could have got back. But there was always a glimpse play if needed here.
Well, that is pretty tough. They do manage to, during that time, get a XP rune on Kaka. Mira's going to go pick up the other one. But feeling a bit lost at the moment on Xtreme. Maybe still a bit shell-shocked after that last game.
Most likely. And then also you have JT, who's now playing Ogre, going same build Collapse went. Instead of a bounty hunter getting active.
Right.
So it's going to be a different dynamic of the game. JT's going to kind of just be AFK farming here.
They also, Kalka tried to stack up the jungle, and then they moved in with Laurel and Miposhka and stole the stack that he had made. It was only a one stack, but still. Mental damage is the name of the game, it feels like. So, Paparazzi farming in between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower, has a haste rune and double remnant, so feels unkillable. He's about to have that tested. As he pops it, there's the root. The connection and the kill and popped the haste. Dude, Paparazzi, this is the worst that I've seen him play in years. This is rough. Collapse, tries to get out through the portal. He's going to take the second salvo, goes through another time. Oh, yeah, he'll head on over.
Poshka misclicked the creep there, stopping that play.
Man.
So did Spirit pass the test? Or did Paparazzi fail it in the lane?
I mean, half dozen, you know, whatever. What's the phrase? I don't even remember what it is.
Oh, Ghost leaped to the high ground on accident.
Oh no! And DY dies, dude. This is pretty rough. They might get Mira. It looks like he is going to get burned down. Paparazzi, another round. Can he catch on to Maposhka for the connection, for the kill? They get the root. Maposhka still being chased. Kaka tries to get what damage he can to finish, and Paparazzi comes back in. All right, maybe they pissed off Paparazzi enough.
There you go. They brought 5 heroes to their safe lane. Team Spirit brought 4. So even though you got a couple kills there, you know, Gatoro's still free farming. Getting close to that Maelstrom. This is going to be, what, a 10.5 minute Maelstrom phase boots? Silius?
Yeah.
Ooh!
Well done.
Take off and farm.
He's a
JT
nice,
does not know the way. He went boots before the Midas.
Oh no. Well, I mean, maybe he saw that, you know, the Ogre last game got killed by the Ursa, and he was like, I don't want that to happen to me. So he gets the boots. Regardless. What? Go ahead.
But what if it delays your Midas?
That's true. I mean, that is a problem. I don't know how they'll recover. So in spite of the rough couple of moves that we've been seeing, and Paparazzi, those 2 deaths that were really unconventional, not what we normally see from him, he's still been able to keep his net worth up pretty high. Rupture. Onto 1. JT there. Caught. Tango on him. Dead. Paparazzi thinks about chasing. Onto Maposhka. Wants that kill. Gets the remnant away, but the glimpse back is there. Gets another remnant to throw himself onto the mid lane. So still a lot of remnants used, but Paparazzi coming back in this game now, looking a little better.
Paparazzi hasn't been the problem with this game. Like,
No.
sure, he's had some bad deaths, but he's been, for the entirety of this game, being the saving grace for the team. The
Right.
problem we have is the Slark, and
Yeah.
potentially the Ogre.
True.
What is their impact in this game? Well,
Yeah, it's not much.
speaking of Slark's impact here,
Yep.
he'll get a kill.
Get to 1. Can he get out?
He's got thirst on
like
him,
it.
though. Should be
That's
fine
true.
still. I mean, Collapse is mad at him. Wants to make sure he doesn't get that little bit of region back so he can go into that shadow dance. As he's cutting up the pizza.
Oh, the pizza. I forgot about that. Yadoro up top. Bring around the Rosie. Tries to escape. And does for the moment. He has Rupture. Oh, JT. I mean, either you move or you don't move. Either way, you're hurting and dying. It's a bad position to be in.
That's a lose-lose situation if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Stand in the firestorm or die to... Oh, sure. Take your pick.
Man.
He chose to die to firestorm.
Yeah, it's, you know, maybe the more painful option. Tough to tell.
Would you rather bleed out or burn to death?
I mean, with bleeding out, at least you're forcing your hand yourself, right? You're like, oh, you can grit your teeth and walk through it. Versus Firestorm, you're just like, ah. That's what you do. That's the sound you make. Man.
I hear those are both very painful ways to die, so definitely a lose-lose situation.
13 minutes, 4,000 gold lead. Team Spirit, they have not looked back at all after that really impressive win that they had. Game number 1. The comeback from behind. They are, they haven't slowed down at all in this momentum. They're killing it.
Definitely not. They're not slowing down, that is. They are killing it. And Collapse is doing what Underlords do at this point. Just standing wherever the hell he wants. Baiting them to come into him. Oh, that's
Oh, the blinding light out of the micropyre. It doesn't matter, though. They're still going to find this kill on a collapse. So, a nice bring down. They needed that.
They brought 4 heroes for that, but still worth it nonetheless. He was on a dominating streak. That's going to go to Ghost, which he needs that money real bad.
Does have just the Oblivion staff built and queuing up the Diffusal after the Oblivion staff. Okay. So not wanting to go for the full out Echo.
It's on his quarter.
Oh, never mind. Okay, that makes more sense. I was confused.
Yeah. He does have the Echo. I'm gonna go for Diffusal next and probably disassemble the Echo. Maybe it changes when you play against Bloodseeker. I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
Go Lincolns or Saint Nasha to help you with the Rupture.
Well, these lanes still sitting pretty. Team Spirit, I think, are in a pretty solid position as far as, you know, wanting to take these towers down, shut down the areas where Xtreme are capable of farming. Definitely feels like a tough match for Slark to get what he wants. And I'm not sure, what do you think the timings are that they're looking to fight with for XG?
Well, it's gonna come down to Ogre finishing a useful item.
Okay.
The problem is it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Because he went Midas. But it'll pay itself off quickly. But now you're in this kind of weird downtime. Get the glimpse on Ghost.
Game.
It is nighttime. So there's this weird time where Collapse is gonna have his pipe before you have anything, pretty much. You got a Midas on Ogre. And you can't match that. And even when you do match it with your own pipe, kind of look at the difference between your carries as well. Yeah, Toro's just completely free farming as we know it right now, going into a Manta style.
True.
So it's hard to say. Like, I'm trying to find a way to get a timing for XG. Maybe a rune on Ember Spirit, pick it up, make it smoke, make something happen, try to kill Yatoro before he gets his Manta, but he's 500 gold away from it. 16 minutes. Maelstrom and Manta are just on
With Ghost. Ghost gets the ulti off, though, to get away, and then the glimpse back onto 1. This might actually work out somewhat well for them. Although Laurel now
he went back in.
Ghost did go back in. That is what happened there. And okay, yep, that's 3 dead. Team Spirit, triple kill for Laurel. Wow. JT though, he's got his Midas ready, waiting for them creeps to come on in.
This Ogre is looking just like the Ogre from last game.
Oh no. Oh, get your Midas. The creeps are over there. He's running. He just wants to get to the Midas creeps. Please let me go. Laurel, he's somewhat low. Actually, wait a minute. Paparazzi comes in for the save. Oh, what a huge play from Big Papa. That is exactly what they needed right there. Although Maposhka now comes in, and they do manage to find a kill on a Collapse. They thought they could turn it, but Paparazzi, he says no.
What? Every Spirit game I've watched, whenever they own, they have to do something like this. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Like, they're almost better when they're losing.
Yeah, it's weird.
If that makes sense. Like,
it's the Beast Coast factor.
Yeah, it's like when they're losing the game on Spirit, they're always like so clean at some point in the mid game. But when they're winning, sometimes they go off the rails a little bit. I was just about to talk about how I think this Ogre looks terrible right now comparatively to the other heroes that do similar things. And I think it's because this Midas is a bit of a debate.
Yeah.
Because you kind of need it, but at the same time, the timings in which you hit your aura items come significantly later than the other offlaners who just rush them and farm by using their spells to farm, like Fire Spell.
It's true. But I will say, like, if you can get past that timing, there's some cool things going on there. And man,
there is, yeah.
I flamed Paparazzi earlier, and it was the reverse caster curse. I need to do this more often because he is killing it right now. Although now they're jumping on him. Maybe I've just cursed him again. We'll see as the roll through comes out. Laurel connects onto both, and those supports died fast. Man, Paparazzi goes back in again. Ghost is dying rather rapidly, and yeah, Ghost is done. Paparazzi DD rune about to expire. Can he manage to get away from this damage? Didn't have a sleight of fist target. Paparazzi caught, killed. I'm sorry. Now I cursed you again.
What a glimpse there from Mira. Paparazzi desperately searching for something to potentially slight dodge. Maybe if he would have slight dodged that near the rune, that big camp there, he potentially could have dodged that, but it was very good nonetheless.
Yeah.
Now, that big streak went on over to collapse. And he has Crimson Guard completed. Going into the last. An item this patch that feels a little awkward to buy, as Wraith Pact has been removed from the game. And Helm of the Overlord is definitely not an Underlord item, so it's just a casual if he decides to commit to it.
Right. It's pretty interesting, I think. You know, some bonus damage sounds pretty sick. You get a little bit of like lifesteal for Yadro. When, you know, he's kind of just chilling. Obviously, he gets lifesteal from Blood Rage when things are dying. Or from his passive when things are dying. But regardless, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he took it off as quick buy. I don't think it's very good.
Okay. I try and see if I can make something sound good, and then it's like, all right, whatever. Paparazzi, ruptured, he's fine.
Lotus seems okay, but what I was thinking might be better is Halberd.
Oh, nice.
But we'll see what he goes for. With the Lotus Orb, he gets to use his Arcane Boots, at least. And turn that into something. You can remove Chains. You can remove the Solar Bind. Those are pretty valuable, and of course, Ogre's Ignite will be removed as well. So there's some value, definitely. Halberd at some point would be good for him as well, I think.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, 21 minutes in and a 4,000 gold lead for Spirit. XP is pretty heavily into their favor too. This Bloodseeker is completely taken off. Almost has the BKB completed. And level 16, 17 now. Yeah, this is a scary time to be a support on the side of Xtreme. They just die so quickly to these heroes.
Yeah, it's all about positioning. You gotta have the right positioning. You got the Pavis on the hero, which minimally helps this game. Pretty much only have Pango Swashbuckles and Bloodseeker right clicks for physical damage here. But maybe that will be the difference maker if they can block a couple of those right clicks from the Bloodseeker.
This is where the last fight went well when Team Spirit decided to go on JT, decided to try and jump on this Ogre. Now there's a smoke coming down. The team trying to get there to help him out. Can they get there in time? Brilliant Thunder coming through. Pango.
So tanky.
Yeah, I mean, he's living. That's the mech there, the pipe done. And now the triple multicast onto Yadro. JT standing tall says, come, let's fight then. He finds the finish with Paparazzi on top of him. These fights where you go on the Ogre, don't bait the Ogre. Don't go after the Ogre. It's not going to be a good time. Although Paparazzi, you know, he's in a little bit of trouble. Remnants away from the Maposhka. Ulti coming out. They do finally bring her down, and Laurel trying to escape does manage to. Nothing to break that TP.
Pipe is such a strong item this patch. How can he be so tanky with just one item?
I mean, it's also Ogre.
It is, yeah. I mean, he's the same as like Underlord, right? In a lot of ways, as far as like how tanky they are. But at the same time, I think Kaka healed him with a full duration channeled Illuminate there, so that helped them keep him alive a bit longer. They got the Pavis on him too. All these small little things. They had to drop Disruptor ultimate. They dropped so many spells just to bring this Ogre down, but he survived for so long.
Right.
And Ramsey was just, I guess he was just all in, like, I need to kill this Ogre and heal up and then I can back up and reset the fight, but didn't end up getting the last hit on the Ogre kill. So he just dropped at the same time the Ogre did, and I think you're pretty happy if you're Xtreme if your Ogre dies to the Bloodseeker.
True.
What happened to the net worth advantage?
I mean, it's gone completely. Xtreme Gaming, they have very much pulled this one back. And both times that these fights have gone well, it's been off the back of them trying to kill that offlaner, who is now got a mechanism done on JT, getting pretty soon towards fully completed freeze.
Getting closer here. They're so afraid of this Tormentor that no one wants to get close after the last couple of games.
Yeah.
Support's dying everywhere to Tormentors. I think the rule of thumb is, though, if you generally have 3 people killing the Tormentor, you should be fine. 2 is someone's gonna die, unless it's Ursa, right?
Yeah.
5, there's literally no way anyone should die if you're all attacking.
Laurel does have the fully completed Aghanim Scepter.
Ghost?
Jump in onto Ghost. Catch him with the Static Storm, and this is Aghanim's. Ghost didn't stand a chance. Can they go in for more? Wanting to chase, finding one. It's onto the Ogre. He gets ruptured. Don't get that second round of hits onto him. JT, rooted, caught, and dead. Those are 2 key heroes to die. And, well, Mira does have the glimpse to pull him back in closer. Team Spirit. They find a perfect moment. They take down a bunch.
Yeah, they strike back here. So why is it this Ogre hero with a Midas can never be top net worth?
I don't know. Because that's bad. I don't know.
Like, both games. Normally it collapses top net worth. I think it's just showing you that farming with abilities is better than farming with 3 Midases.
Fair.
Or I
Makes
should
sense.
say 2. I guess 3 Midases is until at least level 2 ulti, right?
Right, that's true. No, it's a bit tough, for sure. And, I mean, there's ways where there's moments where it looks okay, particularly in the laning stage, being able to get that Vanguard just so early and have this huge body. But in these mid-game fights, it lacks something that these other heroes have.
I think Ogre's, what he lacks the most right now is damage. If you look at how much damage in the fight, we'll look at the next fight, for example. How much collapse spamming like 2 to 3 firestorms in a fight versus a couple fire blasts and ignites. I think there's a significant difference in how much like AoE damage these heroes are bringing to the table.
Well, never you fear, because Ogre just got his 80 damage talent, so now he's got damage. He's ready.
Yeah, he's gonna right click. I think that's just one of those talents that you just go for.
Yeah.
Because the other one is only 250 health.
Okay.
But at the same time, are we gonna see Ogre click someone to death? Okay. There is a chance. My eyes are peeled for it.
Yo, this is big. Can they get down Roche in time? They just completed Greaves on Ogre. This is a really big window for them. Scan. It connects. They know that they're there.
They're gonna make it in time.
They got to be careful about how they take this fight. Collapse off to the side. Remnant out. Tries to find one. Laurel. They run into him. The bash right at the start, but the BKB is going to be there. Static Storm down. Don't know if that's the way they wanted that one to go on to Spirit. Xtreme Gaming outlasting so far in this fight. There's a glimpse to pull back onto Paparazzi. He gets the Remnant away. So far, so good for Xtreme.
They're taking a portal.
Oh, and so they can come back in and they're going to have that damage reduction. Oh, when they come back through, I don't know if they're going to have what it takes to burst through them. That's like a aura in its own. Look at how little damage all of them are taking. They're not doing anything to him. Collapse is taking through all of this. Xtreme have to back away. They have to wait this out. But the damage onto Yatoro, the Remnant through. Paparazzi, what can he do? The big ulti coming from Maposhka. They're still so survivable on this Team Spirit lineup, and they completely outlast him. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, now I'm gonna see who did more damage on fight, Ogre or Underlord. Ogre, 2.8k damage, formidable. He did actually did more. He did more.
Let's go, Ogre.
He did it.
Let's go.
But
They still
Bloodseeker
lost
did by
fight
far
terribly.
the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you consider Slark's damage, Slark did 525 damage this fight.
Yeah.
Compared to Yatoro's 5.6k.
That feels pretty
A
bad.
bit difference in the carries there. 500 damage on Slark. He didn't... What's that, 2 hits?
I mean, pretty much.
Two right clicks off in that fight?
Yeah, it feels pretty bad. I'll just say, I think that Aghanim's, or not Aghanim's, but just the ulti, the Fiend's Gate, and having like the bonus movement speed and damage reduction when you come out of it, that did so much in that fight too. Like they weren't doing much damage anyways.
Yeah, 22% damage reduction, 20% move speed for 6 seconds. That's quite impressive, actually. On top of like having the Crimson Guard and the pipe, all that other stuff. Very difficult. The Collapse does have the Vlad's queued up again with a halberd. I wonder which one he will prioritize. At the rate that the Slark is doing damage, maybe he doesn't need a halberd yet.
It's fair. I mean, yeah, he's not doing all that much. That's for dang sure. CM gets the shard. So Freezing Field can move, cast, and attack. With her boots of bearing, she's ready to go.
Yeah. I like it. Next power spike is going to be that BKB. Which, in a game like this, nobody, maybe Slark at some point, but not for a long time, won't have a basher to really pierce through that, so. The cores are going to scale here. Or cores, I mean supports. They're going to turn into cores, but for now they're supports.
Yeah.
But Makoshka, when he does finish his BKB, he's going to feel like a core.
Well, and like, even if Slark pops BKB to try and just punch the CM, I mean, it's only 50% magic resistance, right? So realistically, that CM still might do a really significant amount of damage to Slark in the midst of her ulti if it's not being broken.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Aka? Able to sneak out of there.
It's just another one of these Slark games where you're playing against CM Underlord.
Yeah.
Even if you have that BKB, they're still killing you. If you don't have the BKB, you're definitely dying. It's just you can't enter these fights. Like, this Slark hero against a CM Underlord, we've seen it twice today. This hero just can't enter fights.
Dude, I'm going to look at what the win rate is on it, because we have only seen it lose. It's felt really, really bad.
Well, people are picking against Underlord, which I believe is a bit of a debate.
Right. Yeah, so right now, 25 picks, 48% win rate. Not great. Apparently, Ench's 36 picks, 39 or 38% win rate. It's pretty bad. Well, JT off to do his farming.
I mean, Ench is definitely one of those heroes that you first pick, and every team right now has an answer to it. And it seems like those answers are starting to work.
Well, we're about to see if we can get another triple Midas on JT. This is the highlight of his gameplay. Let's take a look. JT, 3, 2, 1. No.
Oh.
2. Sad. Kill that other one. And your family, too.
Oh, jeez. And your cousins here.
Yeah. So,
stack.
Pushing out the lanes whenever they can. I mean, that did give him a nice little chunk of gold. JT at 3,200 gold. Might be buying that item pretty soon here.
The big item here is going to be Paparazzi. He does have Aghanims completed.
Okay.
We'll see him jumping around a lot in these fights here. But still worried about the Slark. It feels like there's no item he can build that's going to help him. Ooh. And that's just the sad part of it.
Yo, we got the Blood Mist. Blood Mist online for Yadaro.
Okay. I mean, they did buff him.
Yeah, got
some type of shield now.
Yeah, you get shield if you overheal, basically. So,
that's pretty cool.
I'm not sure how this is going to look, but we'll see if he decides to pop that Blood Mist or not.
You're playing for Slark. More damage just through his Shadow Dance. At this point, is he even going to be healing through Shadow Dance with BKB on? I'm not even so sure he will. You've got the Firestorm, you've got the CM Ultimate, you've got the Static Storm, you've got the Swashbuckle, you've got Shield. Every single one of their heroes has a way of doing damage to Slark through Shadow Dance.
It's
It
true.
seems so hard.
It's really a rough Slarky. You're not wrong. Dude, look at this shield, though. He has a 1,300 HP shield. So, like, just killing a wave and then ready to walk up, it increases his HP by 50%.
That's quite good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Now he's just losing his shield a little bit here for his Tormentor. Gets the shard on Disruptor.
Is under attack.
So you turn on the Blood Mist and kill a wave? Is this how it works?
I think so. And then he needs to go, like, kill other things. It passively turns on while you're overheal. Okay, so you don't have to cast it, or you do? I think you do. Dude, what an item.
Under attack.
What
He is
a
not
hero.
casting anything right now, I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much, and the shield's going up.
Well, we have had a pretty insane series so far. XG game number 1 had a substantial lead, ended up absolutely losing a ton to it. And for Spirit, they kind of took over that game, never looked back, have been rolling a bit in this one, but Paparazzi had some really solid plays to pull them back closer on the side of Xtreme. And this Midas Ogre that has not lost yet in this series, on the verge of maybe losing a game, but I don't believe it. I believe in the Ogre Midas. How about you, Fear?
No.
Okay. Well, that's
Alright,
that's
so it's
fair.
a passive effect on Blood Mist. Like, any overheal,
Okay.
just from farming, if you're full HP, is going to add to your shield. So you just get a 50% shield forever,
That's-
basically. That decays at 0.5% of your max health per second.
It's kind of impossible to kill him. Oh, it's not going to be impossible to kill Ghost though if they fully commit onto him.
They
But
don't have
Laurel,
heroes here. They
he's
just
pacify.
okay.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
yeah.
back now if you're Spirit. You just use gold. Or maybe
Don't-
Big Boss Katoro.
Wants to go, pushes out that BKB. Yatoro, I mean, they've done
That
half
shield.
his HP and done none of his HP. Now they get the Rupture on the Ghost, turn their fights to the side. Yatoro trying to live through this. He has tons of spell lifesteal too. Look at him, he's so fast. He's so fast. They get the kill. Regens back up. No, he dies. They killed him. They killed 1.5 of them. Leposhka, he gets stunned. Paparazzi doing everything, every single thing to make this work. They run in without roll on Team Spirit, and just like in game number 1, it's going to be one team throwing away a huge advantage that they have, but this time, it's Spirit. Ghost, he might go down. Can they kill off Ghost? Bringing him low, Collapse comes in for the finish. That's what they needed to get. Paparazzi, Remnants through, wants to find Mira for the kill. Rooted, damage out to the side, and they bring down that Disruptor. Collapse did buy back. Can they chase down long enough to find him? To get this kill on this big bad Underlord. Doesn't have that much Atrophy Aura damage. Paparazzi somewhat low on mana. But it looks like they're going to let him go. Or they keep
They
going
want to
for
see
more.
him.
Radiant's
Chase.
bottom tower is under
Paparazzi getting refilled. Huddle Ember, very good as BKP back off cooldown. Now they do need to be careful about this. Pretty soon you're going to have Bloodseeker back up again. Do they want to chase for more? Paparazzi Remnants, 5 seconds until Bloodseeker is back alive. Leposhka, a very tasty target for them. But it looks like they're finally going to let him go.
Well, it turned out the big bad Bloodseeker wasn't enough for them to go fight without having Static Storm or Roll, which they wasted in the mid lane. Overconfidence there from Team Spirit. It really feels like Yatoro is one of those players that wants to push his limits to the very, very edge whenever he's in control of the game. And it just didn't work out on that one.
Oh god.
He's recalling in someone.
Paparazzi. Did he just get himself killed? Taka?
He has
Drops.
one remnant on Paparazzi.
Yeah. Oh god, and Poshka trying to find him. No, he went back home.
Okay, he actually had a remnant on the ball.
Fair.
Lucky.
Roche. Oh, they walk out right as it's respawning. Mira, go
Circle
check
back in.
Mira. Oh, there it is. Mira
That's what
on
he's
the
doing.
case.
This is only
Man.
the second Roche at 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes here.
That's true.
Not a lot
Very-
of Roche killing.
No, it's been a lot of posture. Not even a ton of kills in this. I mean, I guess what we're at, like 47, 38
Yeah.
minutes. That's not bad.
So when you have Aegis on Yatoro and a Cheese on Collapse, I feel like these fights get near impossible. Like, you're barely winning these fights, killing Yatoro once and killing Collapse. Add a Cheese on that and an Aegis? Definitely a bit difficult here.
Oh yeah. No, it's feeling quite rough. You are seeing Xtreme though do some pretty good split pushing and start to take some of these towers. They are going to have to come back and defend soon. Team Spirit, as the night gets later, might be ready to close this one out and try and end this game, as they are already going high ground. Nice path down. He has so many different shields, but already broken through one round of them. Manta out. JT tried to get in range for the Fire Blast, but couldn't connect it. So they will stop at that.
I noticed Ghost as well. He went for the Harpoon.
Oh.
So not
interesting.
going for the Axe instead of upgrading.
Is there,
I guess you don't want to use the Ags too much against a Bloodseeker, so he's going to pull them to him instead of running to them. Makes sense.
does that work with static? I feel like it shouldn't. Like pulling you out of it.
With Static Storm?
Yeah. Or like
It'll
with kinetic
pull you.
field.
Oh, it shouldn't pull you out of Kinetic Field.
Okay.
It shouldn't, I say. I have not tested this mechanic.
Right.
And it is a new item, so you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
But it should not. If it does, that makes Disruptor a lot worse. For lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, I mean, it's still an expensive item, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a weird one there. And trying to get into the MKB for Ghost, you can take a look at the rest of these heroes on Team Spirit. Very, very farmed. But Yatoro, I mean, how do you rate this Aghanim Scepter on him? Like, in some ways it seems good, but maybe a little bit of just too much confidence in that last fight where he just ran in and died.
I think it's pretty good. It's
Okay.
an item that gives you 1400 HP before a fight.
Yeah.
That already is insane, but it has a toggleable, which makes you do more damage too.
JT, TP's out. Can he manage to escape? He does. Wow.
And look how fast he almost died though. To just Yatoro right-clicking him with the
Yeah.
blood mist there. So I think it's fine. It's definitely. It looks like a good item. Let's put it that way. Is it better than him going for a basher? I think so, personally.
Okay.
You should look at it as more of a defensive item now than it is an offensive item,
All right.
and then I think it becomes a lot better.
Well, Ogre, at this point, does have that Midas still working and is building into a spirit vessel. So apparently they feel like they need ways to shut down this healing that's going on. But a lot of different avenues to take that spirit vessel off of people. And
Got double Lotus Orb.
yeah, instead he's going in for... Okay, never mind. Going for a Blink Dagger into Mystic Staff Blink Dagger? Arcane Blink?
Wait, did
Interesting.
Ogre Head Vessel queued up?
Did.
I mean, Coddle already has one.
That's probably why he took it away. All right. I see what's happening here. Disarm onto the Bloodseeker. And just trying to stop this push from coming in.
Arcane Blink is atrociously bad this patch, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm either 100% right on that or 100% wrong, but from what I've seen of it, it just reduces the cooldown from 15 to 7, right? And you get more cast range. That's it.
Yeah, 200 extra cast range. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, he took it off. I think that item it should be just shit on all metrics. Because it's too expensive. Sure, it sounds cool having a Blink Dagger more often, but that thing's often broke. You don't do any cool plays when you blink in. Like the old one where it just increased debuff duration, cast point, all that. That's been removed.
Yeah. Well, and also you don't get the like added value even of the int for Ogre. He
Yeah.
doesn't get it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
JT is getting close to a sheep stick though. See if that makes
You
enough of a
also
difference.
don't get the int there, but at least your activate ability is good.
Right. Mid lane. Maybe a battle brewing. What do we need to watch for in this one? What's the key to this fight for Team Spirit?
Yeah, Toro not going full psycho mode.
Okay.
Or him going psycho mode.
Okay. They
Depends
also,
on what team you're on.
True. They also do have Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. This is going to be the reveal of it. Ogre walks in, finds him. Mira caught the first one out of the gate. That can't happen. Can they get it off in time, though? Do they have enough damage? They kill him. Dead with no buyback. Xtreme Gaming. They don't have creeps here in the mid lane, but they did already take that Disruptor out. Do they want to force the fight?
He's in.
He says yes. Remnant away. Drop down the ice path. I mean, again, they can't really do much here. They need a creep wave.
Hello. What's going on? Toro, did he misclick? Why does he not have 2 rupture charges?
That's a good question.
I feel like that could be really useful against Slark.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna be really fast now. At least
That's true.
he can run away even faster. But I think the problem they have here is being able to lock him down. Sure, Mira being out of position there hurt him a lot. But I really like how Xtreme Gaming, they're playing to win now.
Yeah.
They see a hero, Ogre walks in, no fear, gets the job done. I like what's going on here from Xtreme Gaming.
They also killed off the Underlord Shivas. Maybe still willing to take this fight as they connect now onto JT. Immediately Guardian Greaves tries to pull him
So
out
Ogre
of
bait.
position. This is a very tanky Ogre, but will he be able to survive through all of it? Paparazzi finds that backline. Maposhka pops his ulti. Now the immediate run through. Yadaro, like you said, he's very fast. They kill off the Ogre, refresher from Paparazzi, waiting for this fight to come out. They catch onto Laurel, rooted for the moment. Collapse pops all the big auras to keep him alive. Ogre coming back into this fight. They got him here. Damage being spammed out. Laurel is already dead, and now they find Collapse. They might need to buy back on Laurel if they want to win this fight. Maybe they just need to run away. Underlord also in some trouble. Mira has already dropped his abilities, so can't have anything else left in the tank. So they take down 2 after the buyback from JT.
All right. Let's check out the damage done here. I mean, Toro's still doing pretty much all the damage for his team. Or if you have a bit more of a spread on the side of Xtreme. And it just feels like Toro doesn't have enough time. He's going for a Refresher Orb now, which is the normal build on Bloodseeker, but he's not going to have 4 Rupture charges. He's only going to have 2.
I wonder if it was a misclick.
I feel like it has to be, because I don't think this move speed is worth it at all. And this could determine the game, potentially. The difference between having 4 or even 2 Rupture charges is absolutely huge. He only has 1.
Well, that is not what you want to see if you're a Team Spirit fan. JT taking down these racks. Now, he doesn't have buyback. They have 15 seconds until Pango's back up. Maposhka just getting clipped and clamored by Paparazzi as these racks are going to fall. Stream back out. Still 1,000 gold lead into the favor of Spirit as we approach the 50-minute mark. They're going to head down bottom and try and go and secure Roshan. They're going to have to go through the gate to pick it up.
I just feel like there's so much...
Oh, are they
I don't know
gonna
what's
wait?
going on with Laurel. Like, how's he doing so little damage? He's in there. I feel like he should be doing a lot of damage. He has Aghanim Scepter. He has Gleipnir, Basher. He has everything to do damage in this game.
Are scanning.
They're just not finding ways to do it. A lot of it's being mitigated by the Ember Shield, I suppose, and Ogre's Auras. Maybe
Gotta be
Kaka's
careful.
healing's a bit underrated, too.
They see one.
Underlord's teeping right in.
They see him. They see him. They don't have vision, though. Ice path is down. You can't see onto those outposts. Didn't know what he was getting into, but can they bring him down? Laurel jumps through, finds that back line. Paparazzi still trying to kill off Collapse. The Crimson Guard doing so much. Paparazzi decides to go for easier targets. Finds both of the supports. Catches them both out. They will still have Static Storm when he comes out of this. On the other side, though, they're finding kills and Collapse already goes down. They have Paparazzi caught in the Static Storm, but they don't have the damage. They can't find him in the trees. He's living through it, and now he's just forced by Yaro. He gets a huge heal. Look at the movement speed fair. Oh, witness the greatness. The movement speed from Yaro taking the rampage. We doubted. He never doubted.
It was all the movement speed.
Damned.
All right. That heal, though, on the last second there, getting him back up.
God.
He's killing himself entirely here in the Roche.
Dude, if he dies to a stomp.
Toggle it off, my friend.
I don't think you can. It says you can't if it's on cooldown, is what they say. I don't know what that
3 seconds.
Okay,
So
I don't know. Okay.
It's like when you turn it on, there's a 3-second cooldown until you can turn it off.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god. What a fight. Dude, if they... such a sick play by Disruptor, just keeping that Ember out of the fight. If he could have jumped immediately to Yadaro, I think that they kill him before he gets that big heal off.
Yeah, Paparazzi just spent all his time chasing the supports off with the Refresher Orb, but Mira still survived long enough to trap Paparazzi in a full duration Static Storm, as well as Poshka dropping the Freezing Field on top of him. All because he couldn't finish off either of the supports with his Refresher, double BKB Refresher Orb usage. Good job by the supports of Team Spirit there to survive Paparazzi.
Yeah, needed to make it happen. And now Team Spirit, oh god, they are taking the base again. Already entire top lane is gone. Can Team Spirit, do they decide to stick around? Doesn't look like it. Oh man, how crazy is that? Fake back?
I think they did it. The longest game of the tournament.
Yeah, apparently it's only like 53 minutes or so, or 56 minutes or something like that. They haven't had any of the 60-minute items.
It was sub 60, that's all I know. 9 more minutes.
All we need.
All it's gonna take is one throw from Spirit.
Will it happen? Laurel jumps right away. Paparazzi, BKB. That's Aegis on Yadaro. They can't do much to him. But with roll used and BKB used, that should be the extent of the chase. Now, Paparazzi, he does have Refresher. So if they wanted to go, he could make use of just the one BKB.
If they want to. Choice is theirs. They can just settle for a Tormentor, get a little more gold, and wait out the Aegis. I think that's a big thing. Having Aegis on Yatoro after how last fight went, you can kill this man once. I don't doubt that. Killing him twice is not going to be easy task.
This Tormentor gets stronger as, you know, it goes through each iteration. It's going to be an Aghanim Shard for Jakiro and the Underlord. Interesting. So the Firestorm self-targeted. The extra
Plus
little...
you get 3 bonus waves.
Right.
Quite significant.
But 52 minutes and a 10k gold lead. Not that significant. The bigger things at this point is definitely feeling like those buybacks. And Spirit only have it on one hero, whereas for Xtreme, they have it on Ember, Slark, and Jakiro.
Yeah. We'll see what Team Spirit wants to do. Do they just want to run up to the high ground? It's a little bit different of a game from last time. You don't have a Morta that can attack it from a long range here. Toro has to go up melee range, but perhaps that could set up for Mira. He's going to be the man of the Dire side to pay attention to. He's got a Blink Dagger and Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor. Ooh. If he can find an opening on Paparazzi or Ghost, that's who he's looking for.
Paparazzi off to the side. Look at that ward placed down. That is a sneaky ward that they have right on the bottom side. It sees this high ground vision, and DY, all right, he's going to take it away. Well, it was cool in thought.
But it is tricky. If you jump in and kill Ghost or Paparazzi and use all your abilities, they do have buyback.
Right.
So you'll have to be careful for losing the fight to not having Static Storm, but also the buybacks.
Well, and very much this one lane of racks that they have on Spirit does not matter in the grand scheme of things. But Laurel, okay, he is somebody that has buyback and is a support, but that's a lot used for it. The double hex out from the Ogre connects. They get the blink away. Oh, they didn't do damage to Yaduro because, oh my god, the overheal. Oh, that's a whole new level of cool. All right, for those of you guys that don't get it, you know, if he's not taking damage because his shield is taking damage, so his blink dagger never gets broken.
Yep. It's quite nice. It's kind of like a pseudo Templar assassin type of situation here with Bloodseeker, because this shield is very, very powerful. And I believe it blocks all instances of damage. It's not just physical.
Interesting. Well, that means
it's a good item. It's definitely more of a defensive one. But any item that can give you like 1500 2k HP can't be bad.
True. No, it's pretty sick. Okay. Well, they got the Jakiro kill. They have Static Storm back up again and ready for a fight to come out. Paparazzi, he is smoked, but they won't be able to do it. Can't catch him out of the base yet. Remnant's back. Yaduro blinks in. Gets hexed. Slap. Throws some damage out. Not even tickling him. Not even a little bit.
Just bringing the shield down.
Static Storm down. Pushes him back into it. He needs some help. Paparazzi gets the BKB off. The turn is there. Waiting for the Ogre to cast another Hex. He, well, has an Aeon disassembled. Immediately pops that one. Slark, low Slark dead. They lose JT too. Didn't stand a chance. The damage was way too overwhelming. Now they did have the buyback on the Slark. Mira looking for a glimpse play there maybe, but have it back up again. And, well, just like that, they managed to find a big window for themselves. How much can they get out of this? Ghost tries to go in. Paparazzi throws out a remnant. Tries to chase. Pops the refresher. Immediately goes in with the BKB. Seeing if he can find a couple of these kills. Takes down one. Collapse down low. Collapse. Almost dead. The remnant is there. They try and chase, and Paparazzi gets the double kill. JT back up in 50 seconds, and that should stop Spirit because Collapse, he didn't have buyback. Although he will when he comes back in 20 seconds is out.
Yeah, he's got 15 seconds on his buyback timer and plenty of gold for that. So they ended up using 2 core buybacks there. They did defend their base. They got Collapse. Yeah, I say they're defending their base, but creeps are taking it. Okay. And the game rages on as we are marching forward to getting the longest game here at ESL Berlin, the major.
I mean, I think it's going to. I think we're already there. If I'm not mistaken. I can see if my producers can let me know about it, but it's pretty big. We'll see if we can get to the 60-minute items. So the question I have is, with how this game has looked, as Ghost hunting, finding Laurel, forces out that BKB from both heroes, and then they back away. Do you think that 60-minute items make enough of a difference in this game that it could turn the tides into Xtreme's favor? Because clearly Spirit is in the lead right now.
It's an interesting question. Can the 60-minute items, let's take a look at this, that can turn the tides. I mean, the short answer is yes, because 60-minute items just create insanity. Like if you get a Pirate's hat on Slark, for example,
right,
or an Apex, all of a sudden this hero is just like way stronger than he was before. So I could definitely see things like that. And X Machina resets the cooldown on all items. Yeah, if Ogre gets one of those and gets some double hexes with the multicast, stuff like that could make a big difference in the game. It really comes down to RNG a lot, because as pro Dota players, not a single team drafts their heroes to cater to tier 5 neutral items.
Right.
It just comes to the luck of the draw if it's OP or not. Because barely do they play in these type of scenarios. This will be potentially the first game of the major that we're going to have 60-minute items. That's how rare it is. throughout this whole group stage. But
Well,
I've seen a lot of games where we don't quite get there and the game ends at like 59 or 60 without farming any neutrals.
Now, here's the thing, though, that we should also keep in mind. Xtreme are actually going to have the advantage in terms of getting these items because JT has a Midas, and he's got a multicast Midas. That secures those tiers 5s immediately. So if they can wait it out another, like, minute and 20 seconds, I think if you're Team Spirit, you actually want to probably try and push the tempo a little bit. We'll see if they decide to go for that or not. They might feel more comfortable just waiting it out and keeping things a bit more passive.
What you're saying is 100% true. However, I'm not sure if they're communicating. Oh shit, Ogre has a Midas, guys, at 60 minutes. we got no chance. They're going to get the neutral items. There's a lot to think about right now if you're on Dire.
That's fair.
And that might just slip their minds. Even though it is. They are thinking for sure choke him into base so they can't get out and get those items, of course. But you got like these defender gates now. It's a little easier to get out and find some neutrals.
Right.
So maybe right now you send the Ogre out on a mission. Oh, Midas is on cooldown before the neutral spawn.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
40 seconds. But I think that, I mean, based upon the way that Spirit are playing, it looks like they're trying to catch them out on the map. They're going to the Ancients, which is where you might anticipate people going to try and farm them, but Ogre, is he going to go off to get those neutrals? I mean, they're just trying to hold out for the moment. Oh, man.
Down there. It's the one where Ogre needs to get to.
I mean, go. Go, buddy. Go.
Get down there.
The pings. The pings. Go get it, JT, please. Oh, no. They're going to farm it up with Ghost. All right.
Unfortunately, he can't see my pings.
Mirror Shield.
Don't use your Midas. Don't use your Midas. Is he going to do it?
Oh my god, he used the Midas. No, JT! That gives you neutrals, and Paparazzi's caught in the static storm. Now, oh, Depth Shroud. Depth Shroud keeps him alive for the moment. Paparazzi gets that BKB off, accidentally clicked on the gate to try and go through it. Now Yadro, he's on top of the Coddle, trying to kill him off, but the Hex on Hex, the Mirror Shield. It was too much. Oh, the Mirror Shield is a pretty good answer for the Bloodseeker, and now Paparazzi running through, trying to do what damage he can. Gets the refresh in time, able to do another round. Bit of damage, but oh my god. The Poshka, in the midst of that, just forces them all back. And now it's going to be a reset. The smoke up is there from Xtreme. They're trying to get out on the map and get these items.
You just send the Ogre out.
I do. Well,
just trying to farm them.
Nonetheless, what do we have? So a Giant's Ring on Slark. They've got Mirror Shield, Book of the Dead on Disruptor, Book of Shadows, Giant's Ring on Slark. JT's caught. Oh, and Aeon Disc Proc has to get away. Does he have any help from his team here? Remnant out. He will have buyback. Getting ready to use that if they need it. Bloodseeker rooted. Game not ending yet. It's an Aghanim Scepter on Jakiro. They do have to be careful of that damage. Look at how big this Underlord is. Ogre buys back into the game. That's another Rax taken. And pretty soon they're going to have to deal with Mega Creeps. Do Team Spirit want to stick around, put that nail in the coffin, or are they going to back out and play it a little bit more safe?
They need to give the Ogre's ring, or Giant's ring to Ogre. Actually,
it should be an Ogre. He got a Seer Stone. Okay.
He needs to buy a BKB on Ogre, and then he needs to Bloodlust himself.
Okay.
Then we need to see how big he is.
I like this. This is the play.
Look at the Bloodlusted Slark. So big.
He's a monster.
That's not a fish anymore. What the hell is that?
Laurel. He rolls in. Well, nice stun there. On to 2. Hex on the Bloodseeker. Trying to beat into him. But Slark taking so much damage. He does do a good amount, but it's not enough. Dead without buyback. 30 seconds and 180 gold away. But they bring down the Bloodseeker once. Can they do it again? The Macro Pyre doing a lot of damage to Yadro here. Bringing him lower and lower, but that is going to be Megas. So Xtreme lose out on some. Ooh, try to get that Remnant. Paparazzi throws a Remnant. Rooted. Paparazzi. Paparazzi. He's dead. He has buyback back up again in 27 seconds. Both him and the Slurp will be able to have it, but they call GG. They are not going to be able to make it happen. And
Yatoro,
they're going to 2-0.
Yeah. And Yatoro finally has the 4 ruptures. All it took was getting level 30. But he got there. 63 minutes in the game.
Oh, God. Dude, I don't even know what was happening in that one. Jeez.